The 2019-2020 bushfires, some of the worst bushfires on record. Terrible fire conditions made worse by climate change and 2 years of drought. Starting in July and going all the way to March, these fires burnt through 18.6 million hectares of land, killed an estimated 1 billion animals, causing many to go extinct, destroyed 9,300 buildings, and killed 34 people. So what is responsible for these devastating fires? Is it those terrible greenies stopping the bushfire hazard reduction? Or is it those firebugs? Or maybe it's climate change, the problem no one really wants to talk about. So let's work through these alleged causes. And why don't we start with the Greens? So are the Greens responsible for bushfires? Well, I've put this as clearly as possible. No. The idea that the Greens were stopping backburning is just rubbish that was thought out by the Nationals and the Liberals to direct conversation away from climate change. With the Victorian Fire Chief saying in relation to hazard reduction burning, and I quote, "Some of the hysteria that this will be the solution to all our problems is really just quite an emotional load of rubbish, to be honest." This all happened when Barnaby Joyce criticised the Greens for preventing hazard reduction during the winter and autumn months, despite this kind of hazard reduction being part of the Greens' policy. So I think we can cross the Greens are the root of all our problems off the cause list. Now let's talk about firebugs, or arsonists, whatever you want to call them. This is honestly another scapegoat used by the right side of politics. According to the ABC, arsonists are only responsible for 1% of the fires. 1%! So I think we can cross arsonists off the cause list too. And now climate change. But Australia has always experienced fires, I hear you cry. Well, let's get into that. Large-scale fires used to happen around every 30 to 50 years, almost like the ones we're experiencing now. But the fires of 2019-2020 are longer and more intense than ever. Let's get this straight. Climate change does not cause fires. It just makes it much easier for them to get really bad. Climate change acts as a steroid for bushfires. As the earth heats up, conditions are getting warmer and drier. Perfect for bushfires. All this can sound pretty dreary, and in reality, it is. But there are always things you can do to help. For starters, you can eat less meat. Livestock produce huge amounts of methane, and by reducing demand for meat, there will be less greenhouse gas emissions. You can also do little things such as riding rather than driving, having shorter showers, and make sure you turn off the lights. But most importantly, make sure you vote, if you can, for policymakers that are proactive in taking action on climate change. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this.